Thanks, Don, for recommending this book to me, The Power of the Myth by Joseph Campbell, and it helped me along my journey to inspire and impact and become the hero that I can become. In the Star Wars, Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars, the old one, he went, I forgot what's it called, the New Hope or something. He went on his hero journey. And how did George Lucas get idea? Well, George Lucas read and became friend of Joseph Campbell, right? Now, a lot of law of attraction miss the hero journey, miss the part of where that in your life, when you want to become a hero or when you want to change something, it doesn't change because you know about the law of attraction. It's because you got tired of where you are and you want to change it. And you got tired and sick and tired of doing the same thing that you no longer have passionate about. In his book, Bob Doyle, he was frustrated as I am in, I love The Secret when it introduces people into the law of attraction, but it doesn't help them in a way that guide them on their path of their vision, their dreams, or their future, because it's directing them into thinking to attract everything instead of putting in the work that they need to. You know how everybody talk about like attracts like? Well, if you don't work on yourself, if you don't work on your quality of your thinking, your quality of your consciousness, and who you are as a human being, you will always attract the same people, the same circumstances to you. When I work on myself, I started on the journey of trying to seek what is the truth and what is lies and what everybody is tell what we need to believe. And societies are not doing a good job of telling the truth. It's like you're in this midst of an illusion that people tell you, but they don't tell you how truly powerful you are as a human being. And when you upgrade your knowledge, when you upgrade who you are, and you're working on yourself, you attract the quality people into your life to help you on your mission, your vision, or your dream. But if you don't start with that, with you, nothing happens. If you want the good that you desire, work. Oftentimes we put out that. So in the book, Bob Doyle, Follow Your Passion, Follow Your Power, he said, he was talking about The Secret. While this was good in many levels, it has a downside. Many people jump on the law of attraction bandwagon and talk about like attracts like, what you focus on, expand. Yes, action is involved. We are each engaged in an energetic dance with the rest of the universe, of which we are part of. Now, I went through the hero journey. See, the hero journey, it's about, most people in the law of attraction talk about they want it easy, they don't want to suffer, but most of people that I interview and talk about, they have suffering, they have pain in their life. That's why they inspire to change something, to impact something. See, this is the paradox. If you didn't have pain, if you didn't have suffering, would you have go out and try to change the world or impact the world for the better? I don't think so, because that's not my case. My case is I have a lot of pain when I was broken up by my ex, and it was so much painful, and now I'm trying to impact and change the world because I went through that pain. That's my hero journey. Because I was watching Brian Rose video. He's talking about who wouldn't tell how to go back in time and give him an advice because he had to go through the pain, he had to go through the suffering. For me, because pain and suffering make it so much more powerful to impact lives, right? Because I know that we all have pain and suffering, and we're trying to change it. You know why? Because Buddha, it's the same thing. Buddha, Jesus, Martin Luther King, Napoleon Hill, and Oprah Winfrey, especially Martin Luther King and Buddha, they saw something in the system, or pain and suffering, and they saw it through the human being, and they want to change it. So they become a change agent in this system, in this world, in this life that we planet we call life. And the paradox is, that when I become bigger of more than life, I attracted, my friend and mentor, Kelvin, and he helped me a lot. He helped me grow in consciousness. And I was watching Elliot Hose, and he said that if you follow your heart, and I will leave the link in below, and you will end up 10 times better than those who are in the system or caught and listen by everybody else that they should follow this career path, but it doesn't, and make them miserable. And it looked crazy at the beginning, but it all makes sense. Now my path it all makes sense when I go. At first was crazy. I didn't understand it. Now I pieced together all the interview that I did. I understand who I'm trying to become, and that's the hero journey that I'm trying to live. And the hero journey is this, right? I'm gonna read it for you. It all makes sense. Furthermore, we have not even to risk the adventure alone, for the heroes all time have gone before us. The labyrinth thoroughly known, we have to only follow the thread hero path, and where we had to thought to find an abomination, we shall find God, and where we had thought to slay another, we shall slay ourselves. Where we had thought to travel outward, we will come to the center of our own existence, and where we had thought to be alone, we will be with all the world. Okay. I can't even say his name. Moyers. Why are there so many stories of the hero in my mythology? Campbell, because that's what worth writing about. Even in popular novels, the main character is a hero or a heroine who has found or done something beyond the normal range of achievement and experience. A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. Mayors. So in all these cultures, whatever the local costume the hero might be wearing, what is the deed? Oh crap. Okay. Campbell. Well, there are two types of deed. One is the physical deed, in which the hero performs a courageous act in battle or save life. The other kind is the spiritual deed, in which the hero learns to experience the supernatural range of human life, spiritual life, and then come back with a message. The usual hero adventure begins with someone whose something has been taken or feels there's something lacking in the normal experience available or permitted to the members of the society. This person then take off on a serious adventure beyond the ordinary, either to recover what has been lost or so discover some living giving elixir. It's usually a cycle, a going on and a returning. And that's what I noticed on my journey, that without the pain and suffering that I went through, I could not give my best. I couldn't change the world for the better. We all love heroes because they inspire us. That's why we ask Superman, Arrows, or many other Super Marvel or Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, because they inspire us. Because they change. They see, the thing is, people don't understand. People in the law of attraction community miss the hero journey. Like Clark Kent. Why I can so much associate with Clark Kent, because he went so much pain in his life. Lana in the Smallville seasons, I love the Smallville. Everybody he knows dies, and he have to deal with that, and he suffer a lot. I interview firefighters. I went to I want to understand how they had to deal with the people that been they have to go save. And that day I went to interview them, and what they say is that they have a lot of that. And I asked them, how do you deal with all the negative? They don't you share it with your family? They said no. They said it's too much to bear on them. I guess because for me, since I want to change life and inspire people, I have to tell them the story that I went through. But they deal with it, and they deal with so much negativity, and they say it's a job. But they said that the firemen, they said that they put, even in work, they have to put the people first instead of themselves. I said, even if you die, yeah, they put themselves first, even if it costs their life. and it impact me more because they are the true heroes. They save life from people from hurting, and it's horrible. And the more that you go on through this path with your dream, you have to start. I think that's the true message. You have to start, even though you don't even understand what's going on and how it's gonna happen. But when you go through that journey of whatever that meant for you, the people will help you along the way. Now, I didn't have it easy. I remember I wanted to interview Michael Lozier, and it was so hard, man. Like, the first time I interviewed him, it was a mistake, and I messed up. And then I wanted to interview him. He's like, you have to practice interviewing people. So I asked, Trefany Haman and many other people to help me practice, like Wade Bloodgood and my friend, and I'm grateful for them to help me to interview and to inspire people. And so I didn't have proof yet, so I went online and my friends to ask them to interview them. And I didn't understand how to do it first, and it get better and better and better until I found my own interviewing style. So after that, I have a little bit practice proof, and then I showed it to Michael Lozier, and because I remember that. And when I didn't tell the story, but I will in the future video about what happened in my videos of interviewing Pam Groth. I was shaking so much, but I will tell that in the further video. And I was on a mission. I was passionate about helping other human beings because I feel frustrated that the law of attraction community don't get it. They're trying to do things that they say things, and their mind and belief system are getting in the way. And I'm trying to show them. And yes, I think that anger and passion and frustration help you to fill you fully to on the mission, because that's oftentimes create great products. And people say don't agree, but if you use anger or frustration right, it can help you on your journey, because that's what happened to me. Because I've become angry and frustrated about the law of attraction community because they don't get it. So I try to reach out to Bob Doy because I bought his books, and I tried to reach him, but I couldn't. And I keep tweeting at him, trying to message him, Twitter, emails, but it took me a while. I spent like a lot of tweets to him. I'd send like 30, 40. I know he knows that I'm very persistent, but I'm glad that he let me interview him, because it could change lives. It can impact people for the better. And finally I got him on because I'm passionate about the law of attraction, that they're, I can hear them, I can see them on their forums, and I need that to communicate. And oftentimes, the greatest thing that you ever could do is let darkness in. Don't push it away. A lot of people push a lot of things away, like darkness, depression, suffering. But it's there for a reason. Because whenever you're in darkness, whenever you are suffering or in pain, you go to whom? I know everybody does it. They go to God, the source, whatever. They pray that this will be over. They pray. But then they don't understand that that's where they're paralyzed. When you're in pain and suffering, you go to connect to the source. And it connect with the source or power, whatever that you want to call it. And you listen to the advice that it gives you. Your intuition, follow that small voice that everybody has. And I haven't talked about this yet. I need to do that book, the intuition thing. But Mr. Lennon honored, he listened to his small inner voice he told me that in an interview. But he did understand too that I also wrote a goal down. I unpack a lot of things in my closet, and I saw a goal that I wrote in 2015, and his name was on there. I don't know, somehow, some way. But I also was persistent. He know that too. And what in his video now, he's like, fall good. But a lot of people don't understand that you need That's why. See, the thing is, people don't understand. That's why your pain and suffering, we all have it. You know, Mike Murphy and we all have. That's why Mike Murphy, why he do what he do, because he knows pain and suffering, and he wants to change the world for the better. Everybody does. That's why I'm willing to take the risk to offend people a little bit in the law of attraction community, in the psychic community, because they don't take the books or knowledge into the consideration. They don't. They only read books of the law of attraction. They don't read books of. I have to read a lot of books, like relationship books. I have to watch video of Lennon Honor back then in 2013. I was watching his videos, and that's when I was becoming aware about the law of attraction. I read a lot. In order to get where I am now, I read a lot. When I was a kid, now I went through what seemed weird and crazy. But I think everything that I went through is all connected somehow. I don't know yet. I feel like everything that who I am as a person, I become more. See, people don't understand when you suffer in pain. When I interview a lot of people on my YouTube channel, they went through a lot of pain and suffering, and they don't want others to go through that again. So they inspire to change something in their life. They either want impact, they want change. They want something. You don't change because you're living comfort. You change because you are in pain or something that you're sick and tired of living the life that everybody else does. And that's why everybody settle for less. Because they're not sick and tired. They don't see a bigger vision for themselves. That's why I think it's a paradox in the law of attraction. They don't understand that as they go through the journey that their dream, they get to bring the message to and talk on the video or posts or Facebook and inspire so many. But they only focus on attracting the things. Only the things. But it's never about the thing. It's about you becoming something more for this universe. Because each and every one of us are connected. Are the universe. Each are God within us, whatever you want to call it. Bruce Lee know about this. Bruce Lee know. Because I know that he's a man of the universe. So are you ready to go on your path of the hero journey? Because it's going to look crazy. You're going to be in pain and suffering. Well, not many people have pain and suffering. But those who are most in pain and suffering, they often change the world. Martin Luther King changed the world. Oprah Winfrey changed the world. Buddha changed the world. So, to attract more into your life, you have to become more than you are today. You have to start studying, learning, so you can help other people and guide them on their dream. If I didn't do that, maybe I couldn't touch lives. I couldn't live my dream. I couldn't speak to incredible people. I couldn't see them as equal, maybe. If I didn't work and read day in, day out, when the night falls, I read. I remember back in the day, I read a lot. I remember I read during the summer. I read when it was raining, when it was snowing. I read a lot. Maybe because maybe I went through that for a reason. Because it's my hero journey. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I interview and do book reviews. Because for good, like Mr. Lennon said, right? I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.